G Money, we are in the building, man. Let me shut this behind the scenes down. Listen up, man. Okay. Look up. Let me get started here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to What's Real. This is something new. Of course, you know, I'm always behind the scenes. Everybody know me as a director or a photographer. You know, very seldom I'm in front of the scenes. So, but I mean, I want to just let people know this is What's Real. You know, this segment was put together as an outlet for friends and general audience to chat about concerns and opinions as they relate to current situations and the circumstances that we're in right now. We are not experts in any way of the medical field, legal, religion, politics, and information, and just truly our opinion as two individuals discussing what we believe in and how we feel. This does not reflect our businesses or any sponsors. So I got a special guest that's sitting in the background right now. And you guys probably heard of him. His name is, let me welcome this brother. It's Dr. Gerard McClendon. Listen, man. Oh my goodness. You know, hey, my brother, thank you.
Feeling good.
Thank you. Oh, but you know what? I didn't even tell him all the great things that you have done. Dr. Gerard McClendon, the McClendon Report. He's a scholar, professor, talk show host, author, and film director. Yeah. Hey, man, you got a lot going on, my brother.
Hey, it keeps me out of trouble, brother. It keeps me out of trouble.
Well, that's the best thing. And right now, we need to stay out of trouble in these times. There's no reason to go out for trouble. Stay right at home.
Yes.
So listen, but before I get started and we get rolling here, I want to first thank these wonderful people. I want to thank our first responders and essential workers. We want to give them some praise for these awesome folks for risking their lives every day. You know, our doctors, nurses, police officers, firefighters, and there's so many other people I can name. But you know, we want to just give them praise this time. My aunt's Geraldine Hubbard. She's a nurse in Texas. I want to just say thank you for what you're doing. I got a couple of friends that are great doctors. I got Dr. Jonathan Hefner. We went to college together. His father was the president of Jackson State. That's a shout out, Jackson State. Wow. He's a doctor, ER doctor in Atlanta, and he travels around a lot. And I can name a lot more. And let me give one of our great doctors up here, Dr. Mike McGee, and so many other doctors. But you know what? We want to just give them praise. Again, like I said, they're in the fight every day with what's going on. Any family members that you want to shout out that's in this field, you know, feel free.
Oh, you know, it's the bottom line is this, man. The first responders are the ones that go to the scene when the scene is dangerous, man. Be it fire, be it danger, be it crime, or be it COVID-19. And we're living in the age of a pandemic right now. And the bottom line is for anybody who's a first responder out there, you know, God bless you. That's what I say to you.
Definitely, my brother, definitely. You know, so going from the first responders, you know, I want to jump right on in here because, you know, again, it's all placed up on the essential workers. Now, again, we know that they run to danger as far as the police officers, the firefighters, the doctors, and things of that nature, and nurses. But, excuse me, when is it that you value the dollar over your life? That's the situation that it's hurting in my heart right now because so many people have complained about not being able to work. Mm-hmm. Now, I truly get it. People are out of work. You know, it's a sad situation, true enough. But, you know, me being an entrepreneur, I truly understand how, you know, what losing money is about and not having money, because there's times that you go in business, you go through these times where you're not making that dollar every day. But this is a choice I made as a business owner. But as being a business owner, I learned throughout the years to put some money away. Like they say, money for a rainy day, or just have some money, budgeting your money, knowing how to spend and things of that nature. Now, everybody's circumstances and situations are different. We truly get that. But I cannot see when that dollar values is more than my life.
Yeah. It depends on the situation, though. Everything is situational. It's easy to walk in your own shoes and tell other people how they should be living, you know, but this is a matter of whether you're a wage earner or a salaried worker. I mean, if you're a salaried worker and you're still getting paid right now, or if you're a telecommuter and you can do your job from home with a computer, then you're all good. But if you're a wage earner, if you're someone who has to do a job that's necessary, or if you get paid every 2 weeks based on the number of hours that you work, that's when it becomes problematic. And so, kudos to those that want to go back to work, but I gotta value the life first. Value your life first, because without your life, what can you do for your family? What can you do for yourself? Nothing.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the thing about it. I don't think people put in account that they're not, you just said it. If you're not here, how can you provide for your family?
Yeah.
Or whoever that you're providing for.
Yeah.
They're counting on you to bring in that dollar.
Mm-hmm.
But you're choosing to go out there to bring in that dollar. Again, if you're not here, you will not be able to bring in that dollar anyway. So I would say wait it out. Let this pandemic get by as much as it can, so that you can live to work another day and provide for your family. I understand to a certain circumstance of what you're going through. We all been in certain situations, but keep in mind, folks, if you're not here, you cannot make money. It's just like when you're sick. You can't work when you're sick because you're not feeling good.
It's a paradox, man. You have to make a decision. We are living in the times of leadership. If you're the leader of your family, you got to make a decision. If you're the leader of yourself, you have to make a decision. And that's what we're dealing with right now. As far as preparation, are you an ant or are you a grasshopper? An ant, prepares all summer so it can store sugar and take food underground for the colony. Grasshoppers last how long? 1 season. An ant can last 4 to 12 seasons. Wow. And so we have to start thinking like ants, man. We got to let that grasshopper mentality go. You got to stack some chips 3, 6 months, 12 months, so that if a pandemic does break out, you still have an opportunity to feed your family and you go into your reserves.
Exactly. We had a conversation, earlier before we got on. And you brought up Mayor Lightfoot and the governor in Illinois and what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
What impressed me with Lightfoot is when what did she shut the parks down or something like that?
She shut everything down. People were walking on the beach and knowing that the coronavirus could be spread while you're walking on the beach, and she shut that stuff down. Here's the crazy part: people on the north side was trying to go against her, and they stayed out there on the beach. Man, Mayor Lori Lightfoot sent some police officers out there, shut that down, start giving $500 fines to people who were out on the beach. She shut that down.
That's what I'm talking about. See,
that's leadership. See, look, anytime you straddling the fence,
mm-hmm.
you don't lead like that. This is a pandemic. Pandemic don't care about you. Pandemic don't care if you're wearing Gucci. Pandemic doesn't care how much money is in your bank. Pandemic doesn't care. This is corona virus disease. Corona virus disease 19. This is for real, brother.
No, it's no joke. And I mean, now with you touching up on that, it's easy to go into this great mayor that, and I'm kidding when I say great, because there's no way possible this mayor can be great when they're talking about reopening the Vegas Strip. How in the world, you're thinking about, I'm just going to say it like this. The Las Vegas mayor, Carolyn Goodman, calls for businesses to reopen. Now, while she's saying she won't provide social distancing guidelines to how they're supposed to be safe, because she's leaving it up to the responsibility of casino owners. Now, you say you want workers to come back to work, but then you say you're not going to be responsible. It's up to the casino owners to set the guidelines.
Yeah.
That is so confusing. Now, you lost 150 people. She said it's only 3 million. It's not only, there's 3 million residents or people in her area. I get that. But 150 deaths, if it was a family member, you wouldn't just say it was just 150.
Right.
So, I mean, what's your take on this?
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Oh,
And if the coronavirus is in Vegas, it's going to stay in Vegas.
Right.
Keep the casinos closed. Gambling, shake them up, isn't that important. Me having a drink while I'm playing blackjack is not that important. Pulling a slot machine while smoking a cigar, nope, not going to happen. Caesar's Palace, Wynn, and all of the other hotels, keep that stuff shut down. Imagine a coronavirus spreading on the Strip. Oh my God. You're going to go to a show? You're going to go to a casino?
Right.
You're going to go have dinner? Man, Vegas is the city that never sleeps, man. I'm sorry. You got to keep that thing shut down for at least 3 more months, man.
It has to. I'm definitely in agreement with that myself. You know, we were just in Vegas, like I said, again, at the end of the month of February to the beginning of March. And, you know, when we went out there, we actually were able to just get some of the last N95 masks from Menards to fly on the plane. We walked around with our mask on, and I kid you not, it was a few people, because we was there for our businesses, some conventions and business deals that were made. You know, it was amazing because, I mean, I've been to Vegas so many times, but I did see people out there with masks on, you know, trying to protect themselves. But again, there's no way you can control that in Vegas. Now, while we were out there on the news, they were talking about tourism and how things were going to be down, you know, preparing for this.
Yeah.
You know, again, I didn't have no clue that it was going to get to this, but they said tourism's going to be down. Some things are going to be closed. And then on top of it, when a casino owner was talking about, they hadn't closed their doors ever. Yeah. They didn't even know where the keys were.
No.
That was amazing to me.
Doesn't close.
Stay open all year round.
It's like White Castle, man. You don't need locks on White Castle because it never closes. You can get a slider any time of night. It's the same with Las Vegas, man. But with a pandemic, it's a totally different story, man. We see Dr. Fauci, Dr. Birx, the CDC director is trying to shut this thing down. What does President Trump do? He contradicts all 3 of them. Ridiculous. Science is truth, Cooley. People love ignorance. That's the problem. The coronavirus won't get me. It will. Yes, it will. Yes, you should wear a mask. Yes, you should wash your hands.
Exactly.
But if you have to go out, get what you need, bring your butt right back to the crib.
Man, it's taking people out, man.
Yeah.
I mean, now listen, even the governor of Nevada was saying, Steve was saying that he's not in agreement with the mayor. So he's planning on holding back while this mayor is trying to influence people to come back to work. You got a governor there that's being responsible, which is a good thing right now. So we're going to see how this all plays out because, you know, decisions are being made every day.
Every day, man. Every day. You know, stay at home. Okay. I know times are tough. I know you may not have enough money in the bank account, but you got to protect not just yourself. You got to protect people around you. The transmissibility is a feature of the pathogen. That's the bottom line. The transmissibility is a feature of the pathogen, coronavirus, but it's also a feature of the host population. If I have coronavirus and I am in the room with 3 people and they contract coronavirus, those 3 people can turn to 9 within a matter of hours. So one person can go to 9 within a 2 or 3 hour period. And once those 9 are out there, it's going to turn into 47. It's going to turn into 189. And we're going to get the numbers that we have in the United States today. Ridiculous numbers. The largest coronavirus transmission and the largest coronavirus deaths in the world.
Horrible. And you know what? If things keep going the way they're going with these governors now, you know, got to transition over to them. You know, some governors saying we're going to be smart and hold back, but then we got governors like in Tennessee, Georgia, and South Carolina talking about reopening the parks and the beaches, non-essential businesses. So I mean, like, it's like Georgia, South Carolina are both moving more aggressive, stressing that its citizens, you know, go back to work safely. How can you go back to work safely? Now check out Kemp. Kemp said, well, we'll only allow the following opening on Friday. His following opening on Friday was gyms, fitness centers, bowling alleys,
unbelievable,
tattoo parlors, you know, barbers and cosmetologists. I mean, you know what? I never seen a nail tech do nails and don't touch you. I never seen a barber cut your hair and don't touch you.
Right. And even with the mask and gloves, you still in the atmosphere of the business establishment. You don't know who's coming in the door. You don't know who's going out. Here's the thing. Just because you feel fine, that doesn't mean you're not a carrier of coronavirus. You still you can affect others and you can infect others. Look, man, there's 4 influenza strains that circulate in the human population. I'm going to read them off to you. It's H3N2, we got H1N1, that's the one everyone's familiar with, and then we have 2 B variants. All right, so if that's not bad enough, then we get hit by what? COVID. We get hit with the coronavirus. Now here's the thing: H3N2 is a subtype of the flu disease, which occurs each year. And so look, if we roll into the fall, Cooley, with the coronavirus and with influenza, and the weather gets cool again, and the weather and the humidity goes down, September, October, November, the coronavirus does not like humidity. So when the humidity comes down, boom, we're going to get hit with COVID and influenza in the winter. Man, people got to stay at home, man. This is serious, man. Look, if this were flesh-eating disease, Cooley, if this were leprosy, if people got mass rash breakouts on their face the minute they got COVID virus, we probably seriously, Dan. But we aren't taking this seriously enough because people, I'm not going to be insensitive.
Your frustration.
I'm going to say it. People of color, people with lesser means are dying, so it's not important enough yet. Really?
Yeah, I mean,
the COVID-19 is no respecter of persons, man. No, it's coming after you. So stay your butt in the house.
You know what? And I want to just give a shout out to my people in Atlanta, and all, you know, basically all the states where this is about to happen. It starts tomorrow. You know, please don't be the first one to jump in line to die. And the reason I say that, I'm saying it like this in respect to the fact of it is, it's just like when you were a kid. Remember, used to play those games, see who jumped first or who run first and stuff like that. This is not a game.
It's not a game. It's not a game, Cooley. I'm looking at some people in my watch party here. A big shout to Melvin Harding, Sean Schuster, Sean Sierra, Sasha Marie, Victorious Malone, Billy Williams is in the house, Anita Malhoit. I'm looking at James Rie, Golden Austin. People are chiming in, man, because this is serious stuff, man. It's one other thing I wanted to share.
Okay.
When we're looking at COVID, if you don't take it seriously, what are the consequences?
I don't think people are thinking about consequences.
No. You can stop breathing. Inflammation of the lungs. You can get pneumonia. You know, you're going to need a ventilator. You're going to have to be intubated. Dude, this is serious business.
Well, you know what? And I don't want to stick right here with this, but I'm going to say this part. It's all sad. But to me, what hurts the most is when you hear about people that are dying alone. Where is it that your family members cannot even go to the hospital to see you? The nurses that are risking their lives are, streaming it to their families so then they can see in their loved ones as they're on their last bit. You know, stuff like that. I don't know. You know, that hurts. You know, just thinking about it, talking about it, throwing the bodies in freezers, in freezer trucks and stuff like that. So those things right there. It's sad enough that it happens to you, but when it comes to that level of it, again, who wants to die alone? It's like the person being homeless. I mean, but you're not. You know, that right there. So I mean, it's so many things that we can talk on. I mean, we only have such a small window here, but like you said, stay at home, people.
Stay at home.
It's not worth it.
No.
Regardless that you stay open your minds and common sense. I promise you this, you're not going to see the ones that's opening up the state out everywhere, getting their hair cut, getting their nails done, going bowling, going to the movies. I promise you that.
Yes.
Let them lead lead like leaders. Yeah, you're right. Leading. Let me see.
And don't count on the vaccine. Look, we're not going to have a vaccine for 12 to 18 more months.
Right.
You know, we barely have enough vaccine for the flu virus, man. Exactly. And where is the vaccine grown? You grow a vaccine inside a fertilized chicken egg. All right. So even when you have coronavirus, you still got to try to grow it within a chicken. Dude, we're probably looking at 18 months. If we get through this summer and these numbers are still going up, that's going to be problematic, man. Ooh. That's going to be problematic. A seasonal, a virus, H3N2, can lead to rapid evolution of new strains that spread globally through human populations.
Right.
See, this is, once again, it's not about you. I feel fine. I can go outside. It's not about you. This is about human beings, man. This is about human families, fellow populations, man. It's time to start taking care of each other. This is what's problematic too.
What's that?
Isn't it funny, Cooley, that when wealthy people or people who are in direct contact that is hurting, now it becomes an issue.
Exactly.
What is it, man? When everyone catches a cold, Black people get pneumonia.
Right.
When everybody catches a cold, Black folks get the flu. See, why didn't you care about people in the first place?
Exactly.
That's what I have a problem with.
Oh, yeah. I don't even want to get in
this coronavirus, Cooley, is exposing people. It's letting you know exactly how people feel and think.
Oh, yeah. And it's, you know what? Since it's our first show, I'm going to keep it clean. So we're going to move on. Because I mean, we know where this is going, and it's not good. It's not headed in a good direction. Because I don't want to get emotionally attached to this and then start saying things and flying off at the handle that I'm gonna regret later. But
I'll say what you won't say. How about that? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at some people, man. I'm looking at some people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my man Garrick Young is in the watch party. I got Larry Eccles in the watch party, Lynn Simone, Francis Morkay, Robert Delgado. People chiming in. I see my big brothers in the. I got Renee Bryson, my big brother Theo, Leslie Campbell. Look, people are listening, man. They're listening. Awesome. And see, here's the thing. I love that opening question you had. What do you value, the dollar or your life?
Exactly.
And it's really made me think, Cooley, over the last week. Like, I went for a drive, man, to deliver some goods to a family member, some groceries. And when I was on the Dan Ryan, it was interesting, Cooley. The cars didn't look as attractive to me because it didn't make like if I saw a Benz or a Jaguar, it didn't even excite me. And I like nice things and I like nice cars, but dude, it's like, so you got a Jag. So what? We in a pandemic. So you have a nice house. So what? We're in a pandemic. Health has to be the priority, brother.
Right. Listen, man, I don't want to stick right here because we'll be stuck. Because I mean, that's a serious topic. Yeah. And going back, like I said, the value in that dollar over life, because that gets me very emotional. But you know what? This is what I was going to ask you too. I think to even say anything as you close things out, when do you think the U.S. should reopen? I mean, honestly, I would say after May, because that gives us another 30 days to see how things are looking. If the curve is coming down, that's what we need to look at. And of course, it's going to be warming up. So again, the heat's supposed to keep viruses away. So I want everybody to be safe. And this is another thing I wanted to say too. Why are we rushing to reopen? What are we rushing for?
Thank you.
How can you rush a pandemic?
No reason to rush. I hate people putting calendar dates on this nonsense. I mean, it's kind of like saying, when are you going to, you're sick, Gerard. When are you going to come back to work? I'm not going to give you a date. I'm going to let you know when I'm coming back to work when I get well.
Right.
You know, and let the look, we haven't, dude, we're still on an incline. Let this thing taper off and let it start to dip. Nope, not time to go to work yet.
Right.
Let that thing get down to some Japanese levels, dude, some South Korean levels, where they took the proactive approach to a pandemic. We're all reactive. You got the president of the United States saying, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Blah, 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 blah. I got big orange hair. We'll wait and see. That's nonsense, man. Where is the leadership, brother?
Oh, man, come on now. You know, I'll never give Trump any credit, but I will say something that I saw him.
He's horrible. He's the worst president in the world, in history. He's horrible. He's a carnival barker, man. The guy has no sense. He has no imagination. He's just trying to sell a product, and the product is him. And it's horrible, man. You know, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. This virus is just gonna poof, disappear. Hey, get that guy, boy, man. If there's a time when we need Obama, boy, do we need him now.
Well, you know, and this is the thing I would say it, you know, I will give him, he only has and I'm talking about Obama, I'm gonna give Trump credit on one thing that was said yesterday, going back to he didn't believe in what Kemp was doing was correct. Now, this is not a Republican, a Democrat, or independent, you know, question or answer. This is just basic or topic. When he said that, he came back around again, because you know he can't be so strong forward against the Republican Party. Then he said, well, I'm gonna give it up to him, and if he makes the best, you know, as long as he's making good choices and great decisions, I'm not going to step in. But you just said he's not doing the policy as far as following the policy of what you guys set up about the social distancing, because all of the jobs that he opened up are jobs that basically are communicating and touching someone. So if he's not following the guidelines, so how can you sit up here and say you disagree with what he's doing, but if he's not doing he's doing a good job, but if he's not doing a good job, I'm gonna step in.
Absolutely. And that's not leadership. You don't say as long as he's doing it. Look, you're the president of the United States. You tell people what to do for the best interest of people. Now, yes, governors govern their own states, but you still have to give them data. You still have to give them empirical science and truth. All right. Because if you don't do that, man, you're compromising everyone. You're compromising everyone. And that's what we have right now with this pandemic, man. This is serious. I'm seeing a lot of people chiming in. Veronica McNeil is in the mix. We got a lot of people in here, man. Edwina Stokes, man, Gwendolyn Austin, Melissa Shiz, Melissa says, that's what I'm talking about. Oh man, Neftalia McCrary, Nefrock, they're all over the place. Cooley, people are interested in this topic, man. You know, I'm saying shut it down. You know, Public Enemy, shut it down until the virus fades. If it doesn't fade, prayerfully we'll get this vaccine in 12 to 18 months. We may have to go underground this winter as well and not spread these germs. But as far as being in stadiums and going to concerts and stuff, man, no.
You got to, man. You got to. You know what? I want to, you know, thank you for taking out the time, man. Your busy schedule. You know, you're a filmmaker, author, professor, and there's a lot going on. I know you're still busy during these times and taking advantage of this time. And I mean, just to come on the show and just, you know, bless us with your knowledge and information and, you know, being a part of something that I found very serious for me to even start this up. You know, I'm always directing stuff in commercials, videos, and, you know, being a photographer, but very seldom I'm in front. Besides directing something, people don't see me in front of the camera. That's what I'm saying. And, you know, it was just heart-wrenching and it touched me that I needed to speak out. And he was just the perfect person, you know, to start this off with. You know, that's why it's what's real. You know, regardless of how it's spelled, you know, this is why it's what's real.
With Cooley. And I appreciate you too, man. You know, you're one of the first cats that, you know, did promotional videos for me, man. And, you know, you're the first cat I saw with a Canon XL1. And I've always been impressed by your photographic acumen. And I appreciate you for doing this show, man. What's Real? Because this is what it's all about, man. Love the hat too, brother. You're looking good tonight.
Oh, come on, man. I get it from the best. I learn from the best, the people that I shoot and I'm impressed with, you know, Dr. Gerard McClendon, folks. Thank you. Thank you so much. And people that joined in, I really appreciate you guys. We're going to wrap this up. Again, this is the first time we're doing it. What's Real? Expected to air on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm going to have a special guest next week, which is going to shock a couple people, an actor. You've seen him in, I'm going to throw a little teaser out there. I'm not going to even say his name, but you've seen him in on Empire. You've seen him on 21 Bridges. Just wait to see what happens next Tuesday or Thursday. I'll let you know. We'll keep you in the loop. But as far as everybody that tuned in, thanks a lot. And this is What's Real. And I'm Cooley, Waylon. Cooley signing off. And thank you so much, everyone that tuned in. This is the first time, and it won't be the last. What's Real, hosted by Waylon Cooley. Our main man. Thank you so much, Dr. Gerard McClendon. And we are